When buying poultry, look for birds with a good plump breast and firm unblemished skin. The most flavoursome meat comes from birds that have had sufficient time to reach maturity, but always buy the best quality meat you can afford. Most whole chickens come drawn, trussed and ready to roast, requiring little extra preparation. Intensively reared birds may be cheaper, but their poor welfare and fast growth means they can also lack flavour. Free-range or organic birds are reared to higher standards and given longer to reach maturity, so the meat is more flavoursome, but they are more expensive. Poussin are small, young chickens. They weigh only about 450 grams and serve one person. Poussin have tender, succulent meat. Cook in the same way as chicken, but for a shorter time. Duck has a rich, dark, meaty flesh and high proportion of fat. When buying, make sure the breasts are plump and the skin is dry to the touch. If the skin looks wet or the duck has a strong smell, it's probably past its best. Whole birds make decadent roasts, and the meat pairs well with fruity flavours like cherry or orange. Duck legs are also delicious roasted, or made into duck confit, where they're slow cooked in their own fat until the meat falls off the bone. Duck breasts are most commonly pan-fried and can be served pink. Goose is an expensive bird, so is usually served on special occasions. It has a very rich, meaty flavour and a high proportion of fat to meat. When buying goose, ask the butcher for a younger bird, as older geese can have a tough texture. Look for creamy white skin that's dry to the touch. Yellower skin is a good indicator that the bird is older. Goose is best roasted to render the large amounts of fat and crisp up the skin. The rendered fat is highly prized in its own right and can be saved to make roast potatoes. A classic for Christmas dinner, turkeys yield a lot of meat, and one bird is capable of serving a large number of guests. The meat is very lean, so it needs basting with extra fat during cooking to keep it succulent. They vary hugely in price depending on size, how they've been reared, and whether they are a special breed. Fresh turkeys have much better flavour than frozen birds, but are more expensive. Heritage breeds like bronze-feathered turkeys are becoming increasingly available around the festive season. These birds have a higher welfare standard as they aren't reared intensively. They have very flavoursome meat, but come with a higher price tag.